Novolog is a 3-year research project focusing on assessing sustainable urban logistics solutions to address problems arising from freight transportation and the multidimensional character of urban areas. So they aim to show ways to improve logistic activities, meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs. For this, they check stakeholders' evaluation of solutions impacts in each city. They applied 6 pilots and 6 case studies in 12 European cities and compared before and after impacts from the solution's implementation. The case study evaluates 7 impact areas: economy, for example, energy consumption; environment, for example, CO2 emissions; mobility, like traffic; society, for example, cultural diversity; solution maturity, user acceptance, and user uptake. 3 stakeholders categories were identified, like supply chain stakeholders, for example, transport operators and shippers; public authorities, like local government or national government; and other stakeholders, like industry and commerce associations. All the collected data was analyzed by Novolog platform.
Case 1, Pilot of Barcelona, Spain. In this case, the municipality of Barcelona aimed at evaluating the use of micro-distribution platforms for the delivery of goods in the new urban structure called superblocks. Large operators can deliver goods to receivers at destinations within superblocks without entering into the area. Packages are transshipped in a specially designated area to a small courier, who uses electric vehicles to perform the last mile delivery, aiming at reducing noise and pollutant emissions. 2. Case study of Gothenburg, Sweden, are concerned the development of a consolidation service for deliveries of goods to the shopping center of Northern. The service is to be established at a location outside the central city in cooperation with a logistics operator at an existing terminal facility. The objective is to consolidate small shipments, generates an increase of delivery load factor and reduction of CO2 emissions, noise, accidents, and traffic. Case 4. Case study of Reggio Emilia, Italia, focus on developing and assessing a business model for the use of an existing multi-level parking facility as a urban consolidation center. This parking is close to the city center and is planned to be used as a freight warehouse for last-mile delivery through electrical van sharing. They expect an increase of delivery load factor, delivery reliability, and renewable resources use and reduction of CO2 emissions, noise, and traffic.
The Pilot of Rome case was focused to implement decision support system for freight distribution, planning, and monitoring. This aims to elaborate analysis of data oriented to strategic decision making, thus to understand the effects of city logistics solutions. The impacts were the increase of delivery load factor and renewable sources use and reduction of vehicle kilometers, CO2 emissions, noise, accidents, and traffic. In the city of Turin, there were 2 solutions implemented. The first one was the multi-user lanes that aimed to manage access to reserved bus lanes, and the second one was the loading/unloading parking lot management solutions to access control with already installed cameras for the monitoring of parking, booking, and control system respectively. The impacts were the increase of renewable source use and reduction of delivery times, CO2 emissions, accidents, and local congestion. Regarding its lagoon, the Venice's case study focused on the design of an extended, decentralized logistics network to increase the overall accessibility and improve sustainability, as well as the development of an innovative business model based on the concept of shared logistics that develops urban transport connections. The impacts were the improvement of the operational efficiency, of the urban logistics system, as well as of the logistics assets utilization and of the urban logistics service level, and finally, the reduction of CO2 emissions and energy consumption. The pilot of Rome case was focused to implement decision support system for freight distribution, planning and monitoring. This aims to elaborate analysis of data oriented to strategic decision making, thus to understand the effects of city logistics solutions. The impacts were the increase of delivery load factor and renewable sources use and reduction of vehicle kilometers, CO2 emissions, noise, accidents and traffic. The main purpose of LBBD case study were to establish the nature/extent of various urban freight problems in the area, as well as to develop a coherent freight strategy for Barking Riverside, and to identify and pilot a number of sustainable freight initiatives to address these issues. To do so, the case study focused on facilitating a freight quality partnership to understand local issues better, as well as to enable stakeholders to participate in a dialogue and provide feedback on the intended freight travel plan. The expected benefits are the reduction of CO2, air pollution, illegal parking and congestion, as well as improved traffic safety.
In case number 10, Athens focused on reducing the number of heavy goods vehicles, so their solution was access by load factor. In case number 10, Austria focused on the solution of cargo bikes for the segment business to customer. It was about delivering things from shops to the customer home by cargo bikes. Case number 11, Belgium says about its solution, lockers introduction, and it says about establishing city lockers for more efficient deliveries when it comes to segments business to customer and business to business. In case number 12, they say about Italy's solution, about app that shows the number of places that are currently available in the city center. From the solutions of these different cases, we can distinguish benefits like reduced cost, reduced delivery time, reduced emission of CO2, and increased delivery reliability.
Novlog verified in their results that all types of stakeholders evaluate positively the adoption of the solution. That indicates an overall improvement. Supply chain stakeholders from almost every city case evaluated positively their solutions for the transport and mobility impact area, economy and energy, and user uptake, while society is unpopular for these stakeholders. The majority of public authorities stakeholders select the solution maturity and environment, while the least selected is the impact area of economy and energy. Similarly, other stakeholders select mostly transport and mobility and society, leaving aside environment. The two cities with the overall highest registered improvements by the evaluation of impacts are found to be Rome and Athens, so they select to implement the solutions.
The solutions presented throughout the various case studies show ways to improve logistic activities, while also showing sustainable solutions as they increase the amount of cargo made in a delivery, reduce CO2 emissions, noise, traffic, and use renewable energy sources to deliver. Strong conclusions can be made because in this study the 12 European cities share broadly some common dimensions and assumptions. However, considering the multi-criteria concept utilization, the existence of subjectivity of weights, and a variety in the indicator values could create some limitations and unclarify the results. To eliminate this problem, a well-structured set of evaluation elements must be defined and then verified. To have good results, the key partners should be mobilized and participate in the process in order to ensure equal considerations on all viewpoints. In addition, cost can be an internal obstacle to the application of this solution, as well as the government regulation and the lack of knowledge in the society that can be an external challenge against the development of these logistical activities.